Hello, today I am at Rhaeadr Nantcol, or Nantcol Waterfalls, and I'm going to do some spotted landscape photography. And the weather in the last few days has been absolutely atrocious. It's been very heavy rain, so this river is just so swollen, it's bursting the banks all the way down, so we should get some really good waterfalls and hopefully get some great landscape photographs today. As you can probably hear and see, the water and the power of this waterfall is phenomenal. We've had so much rain that this is just rushing down here. It's absolutely amazing to see the power. It's bringing down these trees and everything, so I've got to be very careful not to get too close. But it's so powerful, it's really difficult to get a photograph up here. We've now walked up to the top of the waterfall, and as you can see, the power of this water is amazing. It's just rushing by me, and it's bringing this oak tree down. It really is phenomenal. Unfortunately, it's a bit messy with all these branches and trees that have been washed down in this recent storm. But I'm going to walk up the river a bit more, up that way, and hopefully it should be a bit calmer, so we can get some more peaceful photographs. But it's just a shame you can't get a good vantage point from this side to really show the power of this waterfall. Believe it or not, this is the actual path I'm walking down here. It looks like a river, but it's been raining so much recently that the river is just overflowing and completely covering this path. I have seen photographs from at the top here, but there's loads of rocks under here which would make a great photograph, but because the water is so high at the moment, you can't see anything, and I can't really get close enough to get any close-up detail. So I'm going to try and look around for some close-up details of things, but I really think this is so amazing. It's just one of those times you just have to sit back and look at it in awe rather than taking the camera out. So as you can see, we've got the first massive waterfall behind me. There is a hell of a lot of water in there. Normally you can get a lot further out, but I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get to this. But it looks very impressive, so I'm going to try and get some photographs. I would think I'd be nicer to get over that side, but we'll see how it goes. But there's definitely a lot of water. This should make a really dramatic photograph. I've just taken a really beautiful panorama. There's this lovely style there with the wall going into the river. You've got the waterfall in the background, these ferns in the foreground, and this nice little dip down here, which should give me a nice wavy pattern. And what I love about this is there's some of the trees that are in the swollen river, so you can see it's a lot bigger than it should be. So I think that'll be an absolutely brilliant photograph. You've got some dappled light coming in on the waterfall at the background. It keeps coming and going through the clouds. So I've had to make sure that those aren't burnt out at all. So I'm using a 24mm lens. I'm using a polarizer to cut all the glare, and I'm taking the photograph with 1/3 of a second and f/16 to get front to back focus. Because the water is moving really quickly, 1/3 of a second is ideal for this. I might try it at a different shutter speed just to see how slow I can get the photograph. But it's moving very quickly, so I don't think I really need that much at the moment. But this is so amazing. It really is exciting. Quite often when I've taken a panorama, I get a few comments from people asking me how I've done it, how I process it. So what I think I'll do is, because this is such a beautiful scene, I'm going to video myself taking the panorama and explain how I do it, and then put it into Lightroom and how I stitch it and everything like that. So I think that'll be a whole video. So I'll add that one later, so keep an eye out for that. If you haven't, please subscribe and click the notification bell if you're interested, and then that way you'll get notified when I upload that next video. Right, we've come to the end of the walk now. I can't go any further. Unfortunately, the water is so flooded it's blocking a lot of the paths off. But I've really had a great time. It's been a lovely walk, and I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If there had been slightly less water, then I could have got a lot more photographs, but it's just been raining so much. It's been very torrential water down here. So I've made the most of it, and I think I've got some really good photos. I think I've got one that I'm very happy with. So I'm going to be using that one. I think that'll be the panorama. So I'm going to show you in a different video how I edit that one and how I've taken that one. So I'll put a link, I think, to this video once I've finished it, and then I'll link to that video from this. But until then, I really hope you've enjoyed the photographs and you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please leave me a comment, give a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.